Warning. Kaplan Cycles must insist that no one attempt to recreate or reenact any stunt or activity performed in this video. Some activities are AI generated and filmed in Mexico.
So guys, if you play your cards right, someday you could have a job as cool as this. If you're racing or you want to be involved with racing or you want to be in the motorcycle industry, I say go for it. Don't listen to the naysayers. Just money will come and go. No heap of material possessions is going to make you happy. Following your dreams is what makes you happy. So do it. Go for it. Down on a tax lien foreclosure and restored it. It was a dream that I had. And if you have a dream, you got to follow your heart and go for it. There were insurmountable obstacles in the way to getting where we are today. But if you have faith and you work your ass off, it's not going to be easy. But you're not going to mechanic school to learn how to work on cars to live a boring life. You want to do something exciting with it, right? So one of you guys, one of you gals, maybe a couple of you will end up being famous in the industry, doing something that really inspires you. But you got to follow your dreams. You got to work your ass off. And listen to your teachers. They're here to help you. And who decided to bring these guys here today? Who's the teachers that brought them here?
Todd, Adam, and myself.
Todd, Adam, and myself. Thank you for bringing the kids here. What's the average age you guys? 15, 18 years old? What
17, 16.
16, 17? Okay. So I'm 60. So for another 45 years, you guys are going to be going to work. Hopefully you'll start your own business. Highly recommend you to figure out how to do that. You're going to be going to a job, and if you love what you do, you like working with cars. You were born and raised around this stuff. So you know how many kids would like to do what you're doing, but don't get the chance to go to a regular public school. So they drink and smoke pot and do stupid stuff, and to try to fill that void. Well, that void can be filled with the things that you love the most. So Bill, my associate here, he's a curator for the museum. He's five-time Isle of Man. I don't know if you know anything about the Isle of Man, but he's also a national champion motorcycle racer. He was in the magazines in the 70s, and we work here to get together. What's it like having a job, Bill, that you love?
There's second to none. This is a fantastic thing. I come to work like whistling in the morning. You know, I've had jobs where I really didn't like my work that much. Coming here, I have a passion for motorcycles. And we're a team of people that are passionate about motorcycles. So we work well together. And when things go wrong, we know what to do. You know, we double up and help each other out. And we get to ride motorcycles inside a beautiful building like this. Every now and again, it happens for me. But I'm around things that I like. I'm with like-minded people. So it makes life for me a lot easier. And at my age, to be working in this kind of environment is fantastic. I got 8 years on Ken. And so that means I'm closer to 70 than I am to 60. But I still ride motorcycles every day. I'm around those things that I like to be around, and I'm a lot easier to get along with, you know, and it's good to hear your program is doing so well. And Todd, bringing in winners like Kevin Cameron and Kevin Condon and those guys to speak to the kids, you know, that's fantastic.
So guys, don't chase money, chase your dreams, and then the money will come. Become the best at something that you love, and then the money will come. We sold 300 motorcycles in the last 60 days. Over 300. We're the #1 dealer on the planet for electric Stark motorcycles. We're the #1 for Husqvarna electric bikes. We're #1 for gas electric bikes. And we're #1 for gas motorcycles. We're #1 for Buell. And what was the other one? Stark, Buell.
Stark. You got Stark, yeah.
Yeah, and gas. So, and we're also the largest motorcycle museum in New England, all a result of chasing dreams. And when I came here, I ran out of money several times on this project. I'm talking to the point that I couldn't pay my electric bill, like you know, basically completely out of money. And I just had faith. If you have faith and you set your goals high, somehow doors will open and things will come to pass where you'll be able to get them. So, and if you have a dream and somebody in your family doesn't believe in it or is trying to discourage you from it, just don't talk to them about it. Just chase your dreams and surround yourself with people that are like-minded, that believe in your dream, and they'll come to pass. And thanks to your instructors, your teachers, your coaches, whatever you want to call them, for bringing these guys here today. I appreciate you guys coming. And I will come visit you up at the school at some point. If someone wants to get into your school, how do they join the school?
So we encompass all of Franklin County, and there's 4 other academic districts within Franklin County. So as 8th graders, they come for a tour and they apply to the school. That's a regular public school, so we take anybody that qualifies, but if through grades and attendance, they qualify to get on the list, then they come as a freshman. And as a freshman, they sample all 13 shops. They pick 4 shops out of those 13 and spend 2 weeks in each one. And then about Christmas time, they pick the shop that they want full time. But the key thing is that every one of these students and every one of their parents or grandparents or guardians or whatever have made a conscious decision that they want to go to this school instead of their sending school.
That's awesome.
Right? They're all here on purpose. And then once they're in the school, then they pick the shop that they want, so they're all in the shop on purpose too. So as a teacher, it's very rewarding to teach these kids.
You guys actually want to be here, unlike public school where most of the kids probably hate it and they're like thinking of ways to get out of school early so they can go do what they really want to do. So you guys are blessed to have this program, and I hope you show that to these guys by busting your butt while you're in school. So enjoy the tour, and if you want to grab one of my cards on the way out in the office when you get out of school, if you want to come down here and try your hand at spinning wrenches, we'll give you a shot. So thank you all for coming today.
Thank you.
And God bless you all.
Thanks, Ken.
Build it here. And here's a young guy who taught himself. He read every book from Garrett turbocharging. Mr. Garrett, he wrote a bunch of books about turbocharging. Self-taught himself how to turbocharge a motorcycle. And I went to a shop at his grandpa's place, and he had all these turbocharged bikes. And I said, what do you do for it? He goes, I'm in the computer industry. And I go, do you like your job? And he goes, not really. I go, what are they paying you an hour? So I offered him a $10,000 raise to jump ship and come here. He was working here 2 weeks later, and he's been here ever since. So that bike he's working on right there is one of 6 on planet Earth, the CCM. It's a hand-built, started life as a BSA 500. It's board and stroke to 550. That motorcycle there is worth over $30,000. That's a 1974 Honda XR75. We just sold 3 of them, a 73, 74, and 75. Bikes like that, that's a $10,000 mini bike because it's 50 years old. It's an antique. Here's a Kawasaki KX250. These are the kind of bikes that we get to work on here. These are all, every bike I've shown you so far is a dream bike. And not just the old bikes, that electric bike over there is the world's fastest production electric bike. It's an 80 horsepower. Just put it in perspective, that CR500 I was just riding is 72 horse. That's an 80 horsepower electric motorcycle that you can buy brand new and finance it, and it's street legal. You could ride it to work. This young man right here, what were you doing before you came to work here?
I was doing landscaping. So just like any of you guys running a lawnmower, whatever machines, I was like, screw this. So I put my potential where it matters, and now I can build bikes instead of cutting grass.
So he was doing landscaping and fixing lawnmowers and whatnot. He knew how to work on lawnmower engines, which are pretty similar to motorcycle engines. That bike right there is a full frame-off restoration that he built. He did the entire project himself, took it down to the very last nut and bolt. This is a young guy who's only been here, how many years?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. He's super naturally talented and gifted. This is what he loves to do. So Chase, if you think you're going to be good at it, you probably will. Who'd you work for before you came aboard here?
Aspen Tree Company.
But you love the motorcycles, right?
Yeah, I've been around motorcycles my whole life. It's
Now
a passion.
he's one of the best ATECs in the country. I'll put these guys up against any other service department on planet Earth. What were you doing before you came here?
I was working in the sewer department. That was not fun.
Hey, I actually, believe it or not, I was a Roto-Rooter man when I was your age, so I can relate. I never told you that, did I?
No, you didn't.
I had a Roto-Rooter franchise.
Everybody used to call me Roto-Rooter, but we were Fletcher, and I used to get so upset.
That's a real shitty job, no pun intended. So
2 different people, you know. We actually.
he's also a naturally gifted rider. He's the best stunt rider here. That guy can ride wheelies around any of us.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Another student in the United States of America doing this today.
Exactly.
No, there's not. No.
This opportunity, and that's the thing, is, you guys already, have the self-awareness to know that this is the industry you guys want to be in. You guys aren't sure what specifically, but you're already taking a step that a lot of kids your age aren't doing, right? You guys are focused on the principles that you guys want to be learning. So like Ken said, shoot for the sky. You know what I mean? Don't put yourself in a box where you're going to go, I only want to do this, or I only want to do that. You guys are young. You have a lot of time ahead of you. So just take advantage of all the opportunities you guys have, And I mean, the program that you guys have of being here, take full advantage. You know what I mean? Don't be hesitant. Don't be shy to ask Ken questions. He is literally an encyclopedia of knowledge. The experiences he has.
I'm not hard to find.
Yeah, no, and he's an amazing person to talk to. You know what I mean? He's an open book. So ask him any questions. He'll be more than happy to like give you guys some insight that you might not already have, and it might change your trajectory. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for listening to the stories. It's an honor to have you guys here.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure.
So now we got to talk to Mr. Turbo here.
Yes.
Well, you were working in the computer industry.
Yeah,
Can you imagine? Can you imagine putting I was in the computer industry for a while too, and that's why I really could relate. Can you imagine them having to put a suit and tie on and go into some big building and sit in a cubicle all day and not see the sun, or hear motors or smell race fuel or the sound of wrenches dropping on the floor? You know, it's this is a real blessing to be involved in this industry, and you guys have all got a golden ticket to get there because you're in the right place at a very young age. So, Mr. Turbo, nicknamed Mr. Turbo because he's turbocharged. He's got a turbocharged Hayabusa. He's got all turbocharged Hondas. He turbocharged a gas 450. This is the only turbocharged gas 700 on planet Earth today, the only one. And he built it by himself. I was telling him about the Garrett reading the books. You self-taught yourself this, right?
Yeah. I read all the books from the CEO of Garrett Turbochargers, and I would read like old war novels too, like World War II. I love the engineering behind it, not so much like the gory aspect, but all the engineering that went into making a better product that ended up winning us the war. And I would kind of take that technology and implement it into motorcycles, which is what I loved at the time. And like Ken said, though, I'd be working at my cubicle, sitting there all day, just thinking about bikes the whole day, just thinking about getting home, working on my bike, riding my bikes, doing whatever. And that cubicle was really limiting to me. Like I was just sit in those four walls and just think, like, is the rest of my life going to be this? Just sitting there, you know, grinding away for something I didn't really see the fruit in. Like I didn't see the end goal or, you know, how I wanted this to play out in my way. And when Ken offered me an opportunity here, it clicked. That was it. Like that was made to be.
So what do you do when you leave here to work every day and every weekend?
Oh, still working and thinking about bikes.
That's
but
right.
At least I'm working on them all day too.
Because this is what you love to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's your passion. What do you do? What were you doing this weekend?
I was in the parking lot yesterday. Every day, pretty much, we get together.
Keep the camera rolling, son.
Every day, I'm riding after work. So yeah, I do stunts and stuff like that.
He's a professional level stunt rider.
Yeah.
I have a video of him when we were up at Laconia. Actually, no, we're in Mexico because they got this on film. But he went onto the highway, second, third, fourth, fifth gear, on the rear wheel on a 700 Yamaha, stood up on the seat and was doing muscles for the camera and blowing kisses to the girl with the camera and one of my friend's wife. And just...
Love you, Frenchie.
yeah, Frenchie. There's another guy who follows his dreams, MKS Moto. Him and his wife travel around to races. They have a sneaker company for motorcycles. See the MKS Moto kicks? If you follow your dreams, you can incorporate whatever you're really obsessed with into your passion. Here's a guy who raced motorcycles for 40 years. He's my age, and he makes sneakers specifically for motorcycles. Mm-hmm. And what's the discount code if they want to buy one?
Ken Senior at discount. So if
Ken
you guys
Senior.
want MKS kicks, the cool thing about these is that they come with, I don't have these in these ones specifically.
This is a motorcyclist who came up with this.
They have inserts, so these are foam inserts that you can wash, clean, and it's like you're putting on a new shoe every time. And they also have, it's called STP or SPT, Sole Protective Technology. It's a little insert that goes in, so that way you probably see the Vans that get all floppy and stuff, and the guys that are dragging their feet. It's a protective layer, so that way when your sole does end up going, that it's just another additional protection. And these ones compared to Vans, they're all glued and stitched to the actual sole itself. It's not one or the other. If you look at Nikes, if you look at Vans, any other shoe, they are stitched or glued, not stitched and glued.
This was
stitched and glued.
designed by a motorcyclist who kept on blowing his sneakers apart and figured there had to be a better way, so he designed it specifically for kickstarting and riding motorcycles and stunt riding. So his Instagram is right? If you want to check him out, see what the kid can do.
Yeah, I like Ken was saying, like we're all extremely passionate about this industry. I ride with all these techs all the time. They're influencing me to get on the dirt bikes. I'm influencing them to get on groms and go do wheelies and stuff. So one hand scratches the other, but the thing is we all have an uncontrollable obsession of motorcycles. So it's literally every single one of us, if you ask us what we do, we live our dreams every single day.
So if you want to become the best at anything, you got to put 10,000 hours into it. And how do you get 10,000? Like Michael Jordan practiced thousands of free shots every day, and musicians that become the best at playing piano, it's 10,000 hours to become a master at your trade. And whether that's riding wheelies or building turbos or studying turbos, you've got to. So are you going to spend 10,000 hours studying how to be an accountant? No, you can do the bare minimum, get through school, and then just do a shoddy job and drink yourself into oblivion every weekend because you hate your job. And
It's a reality for a lot of people. Accurate.
there's a reason more people die on Monday than any other day of the week because they hate their job. Their job is terrible, and they're really unhappy. You might have seen that in some of your parents that maybe spent their whole life. And once you have kids and a mortgage, there's no getting out, man. So you better figure out how to be really, really good. You want to be the top student in your class. Work with your teachers. Treat these guys like gold because they're going to be the reference you need to take it to the next level. Just tell them how you built this turbo from scratch.
Yeah, well, I guess we should show the full thing. Let's get a full picture of what we're looking at. So I started off with a bone stock Gas 700 about 4 months ago at this point, and just started tearing it apart. The minute I got it, the engine was out of it.
To look. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, please
Don't be
take a look.
hesitant. Get your
brand
eyes.
new.
Yeah, take a
This is
look.
a brand new 700.
Yeah, there's even stuff no one's even seen yet that I'm gonna talk about a little bit later. But yeah, I just started digging into it, tore the engine apart right away. I mean, the minute I bought this bike, I rode it once or twice, put like 2 miles in the bike, and then just tore the engine all apart. And just started making it more robust, finding out where the weak points were, studying what other people have done, what other people's weak points were, and just, made improvements from there, made it more robust, stronger, more reliable. And then I started adding the turbocharging stuff to it. Started modifying the fuel system so that it could keep up with the extra air that I'm adding in. And yeah, I worked with a close buddy of mine on the exhaust and able to get this done in just a few months.
And what was the stock horsepower and what percentage did it go up with your kit?
Yeah, so the stock to the rear tire, they're making about 65 horsepower stock. I've made 95 horsepower to the rear tire stock, so we're almost at a 50% increase on pump fuel.
On a production brand new motorcycle, it's highly engineered, so
Yes,
that's
yeah.
pretty spectacular results.
Yeah, this is a turnkey and go setup. You could ride this as you would any other bike, no issues. It just makes 50% more power.
Lots of wheelies. Who wants to see wheelies? Yeah, be careful. Be careful on this one.
Lots of wheelies. It's a wheelie machine.
I heard you bringing it down here. It sounded amazing.
Thank you.
Can you fire it up for us one more time?
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's it for down here. Any questions from what you saw down here?
How much do you have to work on like the bikes in the museum like regularly? Like, do you do like a, I don't know what you call it, like run through of them to see if they all run?
The museum bikes, if it's done properly, we drain all the fuel out, drain the carburetor out, and fog the cylinder so it doesn't, none of the seals dry up or anything. We run VP, ethanol-free fuel, so having good fuel in them. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I gotta get back to work, working on motorcycles. So you guys got to go. I hope some of what you saw inspires you to be the best you can in this industry, because
If your schedule works out and you're in our neck of the woods, we'd love to host you. We'd love to buy you lunch. Come in and check out our program. Give you a tour of the school. You'll be impressed. I think you'll be inspired that our Social Security is probably intact because these guys are gonna make money and keep paying it.
Turner's Falls is like holy ground for me, so I'll definitely be coming back.
Yep.
I had a lot of really great childhood memories there, so I'm definitely coming back. I'll get your card before you leave if you have one.
Yep.
So definitely hook up. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the tour and keep chasing your dreams, okay?
Thank
Take
you.
care, guys.